I'm going to just read some sonnets, and I thought I would first chat for a little bit about my day, and just kind of talk soft and bore you enough to fall asleep. And my day was actually kind of boring, so if I talk about it, it might put you to sleep before I even get to the sonnets. Okay, so I am trying to choose plays for my next round. I just finished directing the musical, which was exhausting, but fun. I do love being with the kids, but it's a lot of work. So now my advanced acting group, I have to choose a play for them, and I've been reading plays from the summer on, trying to find the right piece because it's a bigger group this year, and I want all of them to have a good role to play, so I need a good ensemble piece. And this year is our classical year, so we study the classics, which is pretty wide open, but most of the classics seemed to be geared more toward a small cast or towards star characters, main leading players and that sort of thing. So I'm having a really hard time, and I've been looking at Thornton Wilder, and he's a little more of a bridge into the contemporary world, but we just finished the Shakespeare section, and anyway, now I'm trying to find something that's in between that time period and contemporary. So I might have found a Shaw piece, and I'm not going to say what it is because I have to be a little more protective and careful on this, but anyway, I think I may have a piece. I'm going to read it tomorrow. I have read play after play after play for the last few weeks, and I'm tired of reading plays. So now I'm going to read sonnets, and I'm going to pull my computer up here. I don't have anything memorized. I'm just going to read. You may already be asleep. That's great if you are. And if you're not, I thought I would read some sonnets to you. And I'm going to read it with a little more drone than usual to hopefully put you to sleep. When 40 winters shall besiege thy brow, and dig deep trenches in thy beauty's field, thy youth's proud livery, so gazed on now, will be a tattered weed of small worth held. Then being asked where all thy beauty lies, where all the treasures of thy lusty days, to say, within thine own deep sunken eyes, were an all-eating shame and thriftless praise, how much more praise deserved thy beauty's use, if thou couldst answer, this fair child of mine shall sum my account and make my old excuse, proving his beauty by succession thine. This were to be new made when thou art old, and see thy blood warm when thou feelst it cold. Okay, let me find another one. Let's see. Some of these I've heard many times before. Here's a famous one that everybody's heard. Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. There we go. Okay, I'm going to find another one. They weren't all love sonnets, which I kind of like, that they were just different. My Mistress' Eyes, sonnet number 130. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground, and yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Cool. Okay, let's see. Maybe just one more. We'll find another one. 154 sonnets on top of all of those plays. What a man, what a writer. Okay. Let's see. Sonnet 123. See if I can make sense of this. Oh, no time. Thou shalt not boast that I do change. Thy pyramids built up with newer might to me are nothing novel, nothing strange. They are but dressings of a former sight. Our dates are brief, and therefore we admire what thou dost foist upon us that is old, and rather make them born to our desire than think that we before them have heard them told. Thy registers and thee I both defy, not wondering at the present nor the past, for thy records and what we see doth lie, made more or less by thy continual haste. This I do vow, and this shall ever be. I will be true, despite thy scythe and thee. Okay, so that's all. Have a good night. I will see you again.